Released in 1988, the Sega Genesis, and yes, I am using the Genesis, not the Mega Drive. I know I am a European Englishman, but it's just easier saying the Genesis, so I'm not having to repeat myself. Okay? Capiche? Released in 1988, it quickly became a powerhouse in the world of video gaming, revolutionizing the way players experience action, adventure, and storytelling. Over its lifespan, the console amassed an impressive library of games, many of which are still cherished by gamers today. With incredible soundtracks, innovative gameplay, and iconic franchises, the Genesis left an undeniable mark on the gaming world and is still remembered as one of the best retro systems to ever hit the market. Like if you were a kid in the 90s or a fan of classic gaming, the Genesis holds a special place in your heart. But even if you're new to the world of retro gaming, the Sega Genesis has something to offer. Whether you're looking for epic adventures, heart-pounding action, or unforgettable characters, this console has it all. Today we're looking at 7 Genesis games that you absolutely have to play. But these aren't just fun, they're timeless, and I'm not going through the usual 7 or 10 or what you can usually expect. I'm going to try and pick some different ones. From high-speed shooters to tactical RPGs and platformers that defy gravity, there's something here for everyone. So let's dive into 7 amazing games that show exactly what makes the Sega Genesis such a special console. If you want to support the show, please leave a like and comment, as well as hit the notification bell for more content. It's a small thing from you guys, but for me it's absolutely huge for the show. If you want to support the show financially, you can do it at patreon.com/retrowars, where you can get actively involved in the weekly podcast, join our community called the Smut Squad, and receive an additional podcast each week, and you'll find the link in the description below. So let's get into it, shall we? 7 must-play Sega Genesis games. Ranger X. Now, Ranger X is a true hidden gem in the Sega Genesis library that has sadly flown under the radar for many players. The game is a mechanized shooter that gives you control over a high-tech war machine tasked with taking down an army of rogue robots. What sets it apart from other shooters is the unique blend of high-speed action, tactical thinking, and cutting-edge graphics. Ranger X's dual control system is a game-changer, allowing players to control both the main mech and the motorcycle companion, called the EX Up Indra. You can switch between the two on the fly, using the motorcycle to reach elevated platforms, take down enemies with precision, or even let it roam independently, distracting your foes and attacking on its own. This dual mechanic adds a layer of strategy and depth rarely seen in the genre. The gameplay itself is fast and fluid, and the mech has an arsenal of devastating weapons, from energy blasters to missiles that can decimate enemies in seconds. The levels are filled with dynamic challenges like time sequence, environmental hazards, and wave enemies to keep you on your toes. Even the game's visuals are groundbreaking, using advanced lighting effects, smooth animations, and massive detailed sprites that push the limits of what the Genesis can do. This is one of those games that truly demonstrate the technical power of the Sega Genesis, and if you're a fan of mech shooters like Assault Suits, Valken, or Metal Warriors, Ranger X is an absolute must-play. Shining Force 2. Now, this is widely regarded as one of the finest tactical RPGs of its era, and remains a fan favourite for its compelling story and deep combat mechanics. You take on the role of Bowie, not David. Yeah, Bowie, a young hero who must gather a team of warriors to stop an ancient evil from returning to the world. But what sets Shining Force 2 apart from other RPGs is its incredible depth of strategy and combat. Instead of traditional RPG battles where characters simply take turns attacking, Shining Force 2's battles are fought on a gridded battlefield, where each unit's positioning and movement play a huge role in the outcome. You'll need to carefully consider factors like terrain, enemy types, and character abilities, making each battle feel like a chess match with swords and magic. And what's more, the game features a wide array of character classes and promotion systems, ensuring your characters evolve and grow stronger throughout your journey. From knights to mages, werewolves, birdman, and even giant armadillos, each character has a unique skill set, allowing you to tailor your army to your playstyle. The story itself is full of betrayals, twists, and heartfelt moments that makes you truly care about your team and the fate of the world. Shining Force 2 is more than just a game. It's a masterclass in tactical RPG design, offering a perfect mix of strategy, storytelling, and character growth. If you love Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics, this game is an essential experience. Castlevania Bloodlines. This takes the classic gothic horror of the Castlevania series and expands it into truly something unique. Instead of staying within the confines of Dracula's castle, this game sends players on an epic journey across Europe, from ancient castles to darkened forests, ruins, and haunted towns, all in the pursuit of stopping an ancient evil. You play as either John Morris, a descendant of the original Castlevania protagonist, or Eric Lacard, a skilled spear wielder who has a more fluid combat style. The gameplay is still firmly rooted in traditional Castlevania action, but Bloodlines introduces a few new mechanics, such as the ability to use a spear instead of a whip, which opens up new combat strategies and gives the game a fresh feel. But what makes the game stand out is its visuals. The game features gorgeous sprite work that was cutting edge for its time, with large detailed characters, dynamic environments and sweeping backgrounds that convey the sense of the world is under siege by supernatural forces. The boss fights are some of the most memorable in the series, from giant stone golems to vampire knights, and they each require you to think on your feet. If you're a fan of the Castlevania series, or enjoy side-scrolling action with a bit of a horror twist, Bloodlines is a must-play that shouldn't be missed. Contra Hardcore. Now, Hardcore isn't just a sequel to Contra 3 Alien Wars, it's a violent, pulse-pounding action extravaganza that takes everything good about the franchise and amps it up to the next level. The game introduces 4 unique characters, each with their different playstyle and abilities, giving players the freedom to choose their preferred combat style. Ray Powered is a traditional soldier with a balanced set of weapons, while Sheena Izratzi, if I pronounced that correctly, offers a faster, more agile playstyle, perfect for dodging bullets and delivering high-speed attacks. Fang is a cybernetic wolf, because why not, who brings sheer power, and Brownie is a small robot, who offers precision and speed thanks to his jetpack abilities. Also, you can't hit the thing. But having this mix of characters adds a level of variety that keeps the game fresh even on multiple playthroughs. But what makes Contra Hardcore truly stand out is the level design and intensity. This game is packed with epic boss battles, massive explosions, and non-stop action that never lets up. The difficulty is brutal as ever, but that's what makes it so rewarding. The action is fast, the weapons are devastating, and the entire experience is a sense of chaotic energy that makes it feel like a blockbuster action movie. Contra Hardcore is legendary for a reason. If you want a game that's going to test your skills to the max and leave you feeling like an unstoppable action hero, this is the one. Rocket Knight Adventures is one of the most creative and fun platformers ever to grace the Sega Genesis, offering a unique blend of action, humour and fluid gameplay. You play as Sparkster, a rocket-powered possum knight who must stop the evil warthogs from taking over the kingdom. What sets this game apart from other platformers is Sparkster's jetpack abilities, which allow for high-speed aerial manoeuvring and boosted attacks. The game combines traditional platforming with jet-powered exploration, letting you soar over dangerous obstacles and access areas that would otherwise be out of reach. The levels are featured with various creative set pieces, from moving platforms to giant mechanized bosses, each requiring a different strategy to defeat. But where it really shines is the animation and the art direction. It's such a lovely game to look at with fluid animations, vibrant levels and expressive character designs that really hold up today. The boss fights are a spectacle, featuring massive machines, wild monsters and even giant robots, with well-timed attacks that keep the action exciting and fresh. Rocket Knight Adventures is an absolute classic for platformer fans, delivering fast, fluid gameplay and a sense of fun that never gets old. Streets of Rage 2. Okay, I'm going to throw one of the ones I like in here. Shush, leave me alone. This is the ultimate beat-em-up experience on the Sega Genesis, probably even ever, taking everything about the first game and improving on it, with new characters, better graphics and a rock-solid combat system. You and a friend can take control of iconic characters like Axel Stone, Blaze Fielding, Max Thunder and Eddie the Skate Hunter, each with their own fighting styles and abilities. Axel is the hard-hitting powerhouse, Blaze is a nimble martial artist, Max is the tank-like wrestler, and Skate is a speedy fighter with quick aerial combat, and he is the brother to the Adam in the first game. Each character feels unique and the game's tight combat system makes every punch, kick and special move feel satisfying. But what makes this game stand out from other beat-em-ups is its level design. Each stage is meticulously crafted with an interactive environment, enemies that will come at you from multiple angles, and secret weapons that can be picked up throughout a level, including a sword! The game has a variety of settings from the city streets to nightclubs, bars, docks and seedy alleyways, keeping the action fresh, and the game's boss battles are massive, requiring you to think and react quickly to different intimidating foes. Streets of Rage 2 is a beat 'em up for the ages, with solid gameplay, fun co-op and an unforgettable soundtrack. Yeah, that soundtrack absolutely slaps. And finally, Earthworm Jim. Now, Earthworm Jim is an absolute classic that takes everything you love about platformers and cranks it up to 11. The game follows Jim, a regular earthworm who, after being struck by a supersuit, gains incredible powers and must save the world from a series of eccentric villains. From the moment you start playing, you're greeted with fluid animations, wild humour and an amazing soundtrack that perfectly complements the game's quirky humour. The gameplay is filled with classic platforming action, but with tons of unique elements like using your own head as part of a weapon, using it to swing around, underwater segments, and even bungee cord against a bogey. Yeah, it's a strange game. The boss battles are creative, requiring you to use your wits as much as your reflexes to defeat each bizarre foe. The visuals in Earthworm Jim are stunning, with bright, vibrant levels and detailed sprites that really showcase the power of the Sega Genesis. If you love your over-the-top platformers with impressive animations and clever design, Earthworm Jim is a must-play title. And there you have it, 7 of the best Genesis games that are definitely worth playing, each showcasing the incredible variety and creativity of this legendary console. From mech battles to tactical RPGs, action-packed platformers and intense shooters, the Sega Genesis truly had everything for each type of gamer. If you're looking to dive in the world of retro gaming, these are going to give you a reason why the Genesis is still a fan favourite these days. But which one are you going to try? And thanks for watching, and please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. I'll see you again in the next few days. My name's been Danny, take care, bye bye.